The time is 10:52 a.m. September 2nd, 2021, a Thursday morning. Good morning. The news headline: Fulani herdsmen have become a menace. They are sponsored, I know it, Bishop Oyedepo. The news info: Senior pastor of the Living Faith Church, Bishop David Oyedepo, has said that the Fulani herdsmen have become a menace in Nigeria and that he knows that they are being sponsored. His statement comes even as the elders under the Ñdīt Allah Kauta have said that they will not recognize the Southern Governor's anti-grazing policy, describing it as satanic. Just after the Ñdīt Allah described that they would not recognize the anti-grazing policy, the president of the Living Faith Church, known as Winners, has also said that he knows that all these things are sponsored. The headers under the Ñdīt Allah Kauta have said that they will not recognize the Southern Governor's anti-grazing deadline, describing it as satanic. The group said this just as the September 1st deadline set about to take place for the banning of open grazing draws near. The headers said that the planned policy had been overtaken by events, declaring the group's support for Nigeria's government's plan to revive grazing reserves, grazing routes, and facilitate ranching in all the states. In an interview with the leadership newspaper, the National Secretary of the Ñdīt Allah Kauta, Saleh Al-Hassan, said that members of the organization would not recognize any anti-open grazing policy in the country. We don't recognize anti-grazing law. Nobody can do anti-grazing policy in Nigeria, where we are constitutionally guaranteed the right of movement and occupation. I think that open grazing has been overtaken by events where the federal government is reviving the grazing reserves and grazing routes. Ranches are coming up across the state. Any policy that will eat up the polity, I don't think is desirable for the country now. He says, I think they are just beating a dead horse. After all, how many grazing reserves do we have in southern Nigeria? 90% of the cows we have in southern Nigeria are meant for business. They are not there for grazing. The cattle are taken there for 2 or 3 weeks before they take them to the markets. We don't even understand what they meant by anti-open grazing law, Al-Hassan said. That thing is satanic. That kind of policy is satanic. Anything of Satan cannot prevail over light. They will fail. Al-Hassan threatening the governors over the 2023 political plans of a power shift to the south, declaring that they would not get their wish. Oyedepo, while preaching in his church, recently said that the last 5 years from 2015 till now has been worst in the history of Nigeria. Fulani herdsmen have become a menace. They are sponsored, I know it. There are things you think you know that God shows to prophets. The things they are calling findings now, I found it longest time. You don't need intelligence antenna as a prophet to find it. I saw this government coming in with a bloodthirsty cloth and I cried. The worst time in the history of Nigeria is 2015 to now, and it is getting worse day by day. The end has finally come. Apart from us and the Jesus family, many have had a smile in the last 5 years on our streets. We don't have records, so we don't know how many have committed suicide. The clergyman dismissed insinuations that he has been speaking because he is interested in running for presidency. If they dash me presidency, I wouldn't take it. I knew that 1984, not now. I am talking about presidency. It is not an area I am called to. It is a very great office, but it is not my calling. However, Al-Hassan of the Ñdīt Allah says that the power that are looking for, they will not get it. We have not reported them to Almighty Allah to create confusion in the camp of the enemy, and confusion will be their lords. Where is Sunday Igboho? Where is Nnamdi Kanu today? They are all in jail. The God of the pastoralist is protecting them like the God of Elijah that speaks with fire. He has fired all of them. They can't win. They are losers. It is a negative policy. We are supporting the federal government now to revive the grazing reserves, to revive the grazing routes, do ranches, settle the elders over time. Is that not what they want? Then they are the real bandits. If you are looking for a real bandit, it is Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State. He is the real bandit, and he thinks he can fight the Fulani ethnic nationality. He does not know that we are not only in Nigeria, we are an African tribe. We are in charge of the United Nations. The pioneer secretary of the African Union is a Fulani elder. What is Ortom talking about? They better play politics that can unite this country. All these things they are saying, they can't do anything as far as Nigeria is concerned. We are in our country. We are not going anywhere. We will not be intimidated by anybody. We are peace-loving. It is their own cup of tea. After all, they are the consumers of the cows, Alhassan said, adding that the plans of the governors had failed. Their plans have already failed. See Sunday Igboho is languishing in Beninois prison. See Nnamdi Kanu, who has been captured in Kenya. Forget about them. They are the ones sponsoring all these killings. It is their handiwork of Biafra. They want to set the country on fire. Alhassan went on to say that Governor Ortom will be arrested when he leaves office. These people know what they are doing. They are just there to steal money, especially Governor Ortom. He is there to steal money of the Benue State, and we are waiting for him. Immediately, he leaves power. If Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) does not arrest him, our vigilantes will arrest him and hand him over to the Nigerian police to be prosecuted like a common criminal. It is just a matter of time. He will certainly join Dariye and co. because he has eaten security votes in billions, and he has masterminded the killing of innocent people in Benue State and has lied to the entire world, Alhassan said. And the summary is that after Alhassan had threatened the governor of Benue State, Ortom, and other southern governors over the anti-open grazing law, which has just been passed into bill by some governors as of September 1st, 2021, whereby the southern governors agreed that the open grazing should stop and there should be ranches where the cows and the likes should be kept until they are ripe enough to be used. The bishop, David Oyedepo, who has experienced some kidnaps in some of his branches in the country, has actually come to say that the Fulani herdsmen menace has become a menace, and he knows that they are sponsored, and that is why all these things are happening, and the federal government has not been doing anything about it. He says that